Oh, friggin' rights, boys. Back in the shop. Hope your day's friggin' going just as pretty splendid word as mine. Got a little bit of DeSantis going on here with the dually situation. I also got some hub Berlinis, so we'll probably stab those on at some point. But yeah, I'm a little iffy, because you gotta hack a serious chunk out of this. Like I thought, oh, you know, it's probably, you know, it's maybe to this line sort of thing or something. It'll be split, but no, it is a significant chunk of the box out of it. But it's just been windy as fair. I want to go out there and make a cardboard template, but yeah, trying to drag a sheets of the cardboard out and hold it to make a line. It just friggin' you know, works out absolutely more splendid as frig.
I'm going to show you the majority that is buried.
You got bit?
Yeah. See that red mark right there?
That's from a whishy?
Yeah.
Oh, did it learn you?
Yeah, it scared me. Because he was like busy on his cave way over here, and I thought I had enough time to like quickly put my hand in and put a plant in, but no. He fucking tanked me.
Got you relentless. But yeah, so that's the hub Berlinis. You know, I mean, it's a pretty straightforward situation, but you know, we'll stab those on today. And yeah, if we can get the alternation figured out here, we'll potentially get the tachometer hooked up too. But I've been on the Kijijis. I found something, so right here in a few minutes we gotta freaking go. But I figure I'd shantus you my new step. You know how I gotta do things 2 times. Well, it's got braking wheels on, obviously the side that with the steps, because this is the side that you're on, not the side that goes, you know, way under the vehicle, because how are you going to lock and unlock those? But of course, I just chucked it together, the no instruction. I mean, not that you need instruction to know something like as obvious as that, but I just chucked them together. I didn't even realize that there was 4, you know, 2 different style cast tours. So we got her together, and the only thing is, I'll try to set you up here. I don't. We're gonna have to keep an eye on piss. And when piss is over, oh, see, that's where the lock and dingleberries come in. Lock, and then you come up here like this, and you're all working on the dodge like this, and next thing you know, piss come up behind you and start stabbing. Something terrible. So you know, we'll have to keep an eye on you know, who we have around when we're using this. You know what I mean? It's not a friggin' grinder meetup. It's Inwood Customs, for frig's sakes, hey? But we'll be all over the place today, so try to keep up. I think they forgot to put the needle bearings in the hub Berlinis and the spindles. And got quite a bit of the counterforce plays involved here. So yeah, I don't think there's much sense in installing these today. We'll just probably end up ripping the front end apart, see what we're dealing with. Sound like a plan? Yeah, got a frig off here in a little bitch. Go get a Kijij's deal. I've been looking for one of these friggin' son of bitches for a minute, so we could just make one, this and that, but every time we're out, don't remember to look for like leathers, and every time you do remember, or you're at a place that has it, they don't have what you're absolutely after. Different things. But yeah, I got a few ideas of a couple things that I want to end up doing, especially once the weather's better and we're going to you know, pop this guy outside. He's not gonna live in the shop forever. Put a dozen anyway. Just gotta get the right accurement onto it. They don't even seem that bad, they're just missing pieces. Hey. Oh yeah, this side's a lot tighter than the other side. Very little in and out. The other side goes in and out like a half an inch. And yeah, I'll get the shot of the slop factor. It's pretty copacetic. It's pretty freaking copacetic, boys. That's just from grabbing the... I don't know how grindy that is. You'd think this guy was Inwood Customs. You see that? Instead of drilling holes for the bigger lugs, they decide to wallow them out so they're floppy and then weld them. Weld them. So yeah, it would have been so much better if they drilled it to the spline size, so you know it's a press-in situation. There's like little, I can show you just in case, you know, you're not familiar with such, you know, because if you're not familiar and you just think, oh, well, what you do is you just take her to the wood. No, well, no. You see how the base of that son of a bitch has little splinulators on it? Well, you drill the hole so those teeth bite in, so that when you can turn the nut without the whole bolt spinning too. So that's the situation I'm running into now. Just trying to get the front tires out. I mean, I don't even need to take them off really. I can just undo the freaking hub nut, spindle nut, whatever you call it, and pull the whole spiel off. But I kind of need them off because I gotta get the brakes off and stuff. The rotor isn't gonna come off with the brake. Son of a bitch on there. Doesn't look like there's room to squeeze it out, but yeah, several things, you know. That's why I was really hoping the other axles would work. I shunted to these in the past. I ended up having to go and get this one because one was missing. This is the missing one, and it was sitting in the rim all the way from northern McSiggert, all the way, you know, 9.5 hour drive, driving around the yard. It was literally sitting down there where all that schmut is in the rim. And like it just, you know, all the schmut sort of just stays in there for whatever reason, right? This is a really, really good design. For frick's sakes. But yeah, so that is what we're dealing with. We've got, see that one, I think we already tried on a couple of these, and then we really had to get in there with the Weldner. Okay, like, I mean, if you're gonna weld it like that, well, that might stay on there, but you know, you weld it like that. Well, we got two choices. We got, I mean, there's that end too, but that's clearly not the right one, so. This one might work. Oh, not too small. Son of a bitch. Well, decent. At least we got the right scoop there for the application. Wow, that looks very good. Oh shit. Oh no. Well, what do you think of that? Just leave her in there as her fox, eh? Rocks. But yeah, other than that, just give that a little Wallace, eh? Give it a little bit of a Wallace and a cleanup. Freaking rights, eh? They did. They really, really did. Yeah, so I don't know, the bearings don't look bad or anything, but I mean, it's not really, especially once you've had it apart, like now that it's been apart and I clean it all up, put it back together, you know, with the old friggin', the old marine grade Loctitables, eh? Anti-seize, friggin' in there. I don't think you'd ever have an issue getting her apart again. I mean, we're gonna need to friggin' change the U-joints anywards, so better now than never's. Eh? That'd be pretty awesome to take this son of a bitch into the off-road factory just a little bit, not too bad, but just a little bit. Eh? Don't you stink? Don't you friggin' stink? But yeah, the other thing I'm gonna want to friggin' figure out here is see how you're only biting maybe one, two threads. Like if they turn the nuts around so the tapered part wasn't on the bottom because it's not that application, right? Like those nuts are literally on backwards and you'd get at least another thread and a half connection. So I gotta take that apart, press in longer studs because those are clearly too short, and then while we're at it we might end up getting the parts truck outside and taking the outer hubs, you know, these extendo dually hubs off of there, drilling the proper size holes, get the proper friggin' lug nuts, and then press them in so that the splines bite into the cigarette. You know, just because, like, bro. You know what I mean? But either way, to get this side off, we're gonna have to weld the lugs to the back of the. Ah, that's so disappointing. Hey, man, is that ever dicked? But whatever, way she goes. The other thing that's a little bit dicked, and I'd like to sort of deal with while we got the sumbitch apart, is like, I mean, this side too. Like I don't know if they found a piece of pipe or if that's like actual thing from like Alcoa that you can get, because that it's just like a piece of pipe that goes into the hole there, but it's like, I don't know, they took it to the muffler shop or something and had them. What happened? But yeah, if we just cut that down flush with the rim, but it's got like an undercut, you know, like this piece of pipe here chooches underneath the lip there, right? So it's got a little, you stick it in from the back and still pipe, but I don't know, maybe I'll tape it off and then just hit it with the angle grinder with a friggin' flat disc onto it just to even Stevens the situation, give her a little bit of the polish, hey, give her a little bit of the polish, make it all fancy fella, really real bad relentless, but anyways, it's got to be almost how much or something. I went to change my Warren locking hubs, and you'll never guess what I found. No go. Well, we had to quit Inwood. Oh, looks like that house did too. Goodness gracious. Wow. You friggin' bessin'. We expected. But anyways, I'm gonna go get Kijiji relentless. Then there's this other dick here. Just, I don't know why I'm even going there. I might not, but. What is this guy's even deal? Could you imagine Pug 1 tried to pull that Hoover maneuver? Oh, I'm just gonna burn down a giant building in the middle of a field. Look at the chooch, boys. Oh man, yeah, they got tires and all type of stuff in there, eh? Decent. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Hey, Sir Fox. How you doing?
Hey, George. Chris. Good to meet you, buddy.
How you doing? Yeah, I'm Chris too. George is just my Kijiji name.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hey, you never know.
You know what? It's so true, Ed.
Yeah.
These I barely used. I used to build custom motorcycles.
Oh yeah.
I used to own a company called Tough Customs. These are all from Ron Fournier, so they actually have the Fournier stamp in them.
Oh yeah.
Cast iron from the States.
Decent. This is what I was actually looking for, and then
It's got birdshot in it.
Yeah, that's decent. Fuck yeah.
Works awesome, man.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
I know, that's why I said if you sold that online, you'd fucking pay too much money.
You can't ship it. Yeah. Here, I'll carry this.
There's a GoPro on there.
Oh, I don't want to get Tim Bosman. Hey, don't want to get Tim Bosman.
Well, you know, he's thinking, I said, hey, George. He's like, oh, my name is Chris. He's like, Kijiji, you never know with people, right? And I'm like, you know what? It's so true. So.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I just seen it. I was like, that's like a smart idea. You never know.
Stuff
Right on.
I'll send you an email and some pictures and stuff.
Cool, man.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my brother's number I sent you because I broke my phone a week ago and I was like, how's he gonna get a hold of me? So I gave you my
no
brother's
worries.
stuff, so. Yeah, I'll get a hold of you.
Cool, man.
All right.
Awesome.
Take care,
Thanks
guys.
a lot. We even got sunted while we were here. Bonus. No, we got to go get an axle for the old lady's truck. It's just as loose as the one I got. Don't have a good one?
The only one I got. I just sold the couple.
To Gray Seaside Road.
Holy shit!
He's just telling stories.
Energize your soul. Crystals. Ooh, I love crystals. Energize my soul with different types of crystals. Look at the chooch coming out of this son of a bitch. What are you even doing? Hey, there's a Ford. Hey, what happened? That's all the coolant. That's all the coolant chooching out of it. Oh, friggin' rights, boys.
Continue straight.
Decent. Oh, she clears up a little bit, not too bad. Once you get her up to snuff, no.
Up to 10.
I think this is gonna be the last year she's gonna make the emissions, though. I think she smells like a little rich there, buds. A little rich. Well, it's roofing deck, eh? You know them roofing decks. No good. Well, onwards, boys. We made her back. Frig, that was a longer drive than I was hoping for, but yeah, I got a set of the hammer and some sort of a slapping dingleberry and a couple of these son of a bitches. It didn't really notice all these friggin' marks on it when I was there. Probably should have looked a little better, but there you go, boys. Friggin' Kijiji'd, hey? Friggin' Kijiji'd, but yeah, not too bad. I've been wanting one of these friggin' leather bags, son of a bitches, for a bit. I was gonna, you know, just make one, but find leather, of all things. But you can find smaller chunks, but very difficult to find the bigger pieces. But anyways, boys, it's friggin' late and I quit. So yeah, we'll just come out here tomorrow and zap the friggin' nuts on there quick. The lug bolts, the lugs, and then we'll zip off the friggin' wheel and pull off the Haberlini and clean up and inspectilation all the components and order what bits we need to order, and hopefully that'll give us time to clean her all up decent peeny. We'll crack open the pumpkin, have a look inside and the bit words and different things, and because it always makes me nervous when you see piles of poop, you know what I mean? It's like when there's just a metric gob of turd around the ringulatus. The back, I think, is a really good example. We'll have to get into this one too, I think, but it might be yeah, too dark. Can't even sort this. But yeah, I mean, there's just, looks like you squished your peanut butter sandwich and all the turd squishes out around the sides. So friggin', yeah, that's less than ideal. A little thin coating. I mean, they're mating surfaces, right? It's not like you're filling friggin' huge gaps, for frig's sakes. I don't know. I mean, I've done it, you know what I mean? But 1-2 times, okay. Every freaking single time, sooner or later, you probably need a stern talking to, but yeah, I don't know, boys. Just busted the front wheel right off, for fuck's sake. No good. But can you even believe, like, the state of those nuts, and they just came off, eh? Diabolical. Like, look at the threads and stuff. It's like good. They're like good and stuff. Unbelievable. Wow. I thought for sure. I'm like, wow, now I need whole like hub marmadinkers, whatever you call them. Eh, the whole knuckle. I need the whole friggin' knuckle, but no. I mean, maybe on this side, who knows. But yeah, if it wasn't so friggin' late, well, it's not even that it's late. It's like I gotta friggin' edit this friggin' movie, right? I want to take that off there right now, but I also don't want to be up till 3 o'clock in the morning. And if I don't edit tonight, I gotta edit in the morning. And half the day of tomorrow's friggin' cocked. So, you know what I mean? It's like a never-ending friggin' stovepipe here in Inwood, boys. Oh! And we got a little bit of the package. We bestn't forget that. Here, I'll set you up into a little bit of the cordialation. I don't know what it is, but I saved it special. Oh, dicks! It's Bum Pirates of the Caribbean. Not even for me. Dicks. Guy up the road, Monopoly man. We order movies and stuff for him, and he brings us like apple pies and shit. You know, we're like neighbors and stuff, right? So I thought it was an Amazomiums for Pug One. It wasn't even. All the struggles, boys. The friggin' struggles, but anyways, it looks like we should be able to grind off the welds on this, and we got a new one of these guys, and we'll just friggin' stab that guy in there into the accordance. But this is the homemade factor to get us by. Yeah. But anyways, boys, let me know what you think, and if you like different types of hammers. I friggin' drove all the way to friggin' the middle of the friggin'. Okay, boys, I'm gonna talk to you about something. I just drove for hours to meet a dude off the internet. Come look at. Touching his hammer. Just met a dude off the internet, touched his hammer multiple times. A terrible person. I should be punished. Anyways, boys, I would have figured fudge skin that like button. A couple bitches from earlier, but there you go. No, I don't know.
Oh, the waters get you.